sometimes several a week. It always bothered me that my people would be dying, but it usually wasn't them, it was their relatives. Nothing really bothered me. I was not touched, I was not moved. I became a rather profound professional, so to speak. I could go through these things and know exactly how to tone my voice. You know, after a while, you learn what works, how to help the people, but nothing really bothered me inside. Except on a couple of occasions, I would have the funeral of a young woman, and there would be a couple of little children sitting on the front row, and that would hurt me. That's about the only thing that ever bothered me. But I've been asking God, Lord, give me compassion. Let me feel what others are feeling. And He has done that. And I literally see people on the streets. I go by these houses that I can see no people live in them, or they're hanging out in them, and I really hurt. You've got to begin to develop a compassion. That's why I'm talking to you like this today. This is a step we haven't gotten into yet, but we'll stay here for a while, hopefully. That we will learn compassion, we'll learn pity. And as we give to others, Jesus, the rich young ruler came to Jesus and said, what must I do to be saved? And he told him, you do this, this, this. He said, I've done that from my youth up. He said, well, if you really want to be right, then sell everything you have, give it away to your children and to your grandchildren.
Nope.
Did I misquote that?
Yes, you
You
did.
sure did. Sell all you have, give it to the poor.
Oh, give it to the poor.
Give it to
Yeah,
the
you
poor.
know I didn't misquote it. I'm fooling with your mind. Making sure you're listening, you're awake. Sell everything you have and go out and find poor people and give it away. Then become a follower of me.
See, it's not enough just to keep the commandments, and that's basically what he did. It's not enough to do just that. We have to exemplify Jesus and be Jesus to whoever we meet, so that they can feel the love that we have, so that they will want our Jesus, want our God.
I had a dream last night, I just thought of it. I don't know what was going on, but somebody was mad at me and they said, do you think you're Jesus? I says, no, I know I'm not. I'm just his little brother. In the dream. He's my elder brother.
That's right. That's right. All of us.
That was interesting. I'd forgotten about that till you brought that up. But let's look over that line again. I want you to really hear it, verse 17. If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother in need, but has no pity and compassion are one and the same, has no compassion or pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? How can his love be in him? You know, we've got the story of the man on the road to Jericho. I've been to Jericho several times. And every time, without fail, we're on the bus, somebody starts singing, on the Jericho road. You know, that was doing for just two. Okay. You remember the story on the Jericho road? A man met people who were angry or who were thieves, and they beat him up, stole what he had, left him unable to move for himself or help himself. And the priest came by and must have had a thought, boy, if I fool with him, I'll probably get hit too. So he goes way out on the other side of the street and passes as if he didn't see it. Another one, a lesser, came by and saw him. He said, well, I probably would like to help the man, but I really got to meet him. I got to keep going. And then a man who was considered lesser than all came by. Samaritan. And picked him up, took him to a hospital, told him, I'll pay his bill, and I'll be back by, and whatever it costs, I'm ready to pay for it. Okay, the religious people in that story had no love of God in them. I wonder how much love of God is in us. How do we respond when we see the need? That's not very nice of me to just hang there, is it? Okay, let's go to Mark 6th chapter, verse 34. April, you chose a weird time to come. But I think every time here is weird.
It's always different.
What?
6:34.
Mark 6:34. You notice I didn't have this typed out or printed out, so I have to look for it while you're looking for it. It's verse 6, chapter 6, verse 34. When Jesus landed and saw a great crowd, he had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So he began teaching them many things. That's just one of about 30 things that were recorded in the New Testament, where it says Jesus had compassion and did this. He didn't do it because he was the Son of God. He didn't do it because of the crowd. He did it because he had compassion. And so my word to you today is to begin to talk to God and ask him if you really want this to happen to you. You want to get messed up like I am.
You're a good mess.
We want to be messed
Oh.
up like that.
Then begin to talk to God about having compassion and helping you have compassion. Because we want to be like him. If we have compassion, there's nothing cruel that can come out of our mouth unless we're dealing with the devil. Now, only when Jesus got in the temple and he saw that they'd made it a den of thieves, then he began to show a lot of anger.
Yeah. Turn over the tables and do the work.
Yeah, but it was only because the kingdom was being offended. Okay? How much more time do we have on that, Ryan? It's been off already 10 minutes.
Yeah, you're at 9 minutes of the second one.
Okay, we'll conclude it there. Thank you.